Good morning. It's the Call Flo Radio Show, and you're on the air.
Oh, yes. The Call Flo Radio Show here on WFLO AM 870. Broadcasting live from the Francis E. Wood studio in downtown Farmville. I'm getting choked up just thinking about it. I'm John Staten, as I clear my throat. And over here, to my left, your right, Noah Massarge.
I'm Noah Massarge.
You're Massarge.
Or as John did it, I'm Noah Massarge.
There you go. Oh, I had,
Yeah. You gotta beat your chest, or can you not breathe?
No, I'm...
Well, maybe you should stop, you're eating this whole container of peanut butter-filled pretzels.
What's wrong with that?
Well...
That's how you go.
I mean, for breakfast, John, what about, like, a wholesome,
Guess what?
breakfast?
This is WFLO AM in Farmville,
Yes.
Virginia, owned and operated by Heart of Virginia Communications, LLC.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good.
So, let me hit you up. How was your weekend?
I had a fine weekend, John.
You worked a wedding, didn't you?
I did work a wedding, yeah. No, in Maryland. It was.
You were an assistant, though.
Second shooter, that means I get to take the fun shots.
The fun shots.
If you know what just the fun, hey, I'm going to try some wacky stuff out. So that's what I did this weekend. It was good. Yeah, I had a good weekend. It was long. I went to Bel Air. I listened to First Time Caller. I was looking around for.
He did his advice.
Yeah. I mean, it was fine. It was a fine area. I ate at a Waffle House when I got into Maryland.
Waffle House is just down the block, gentlemen. We do have our first caller for the day.
Great, John.
So we'll take that now and say good morning. You're on the air.
Well, good morning, fellas.
Good morning, Henry. How are you?
All right, buddy. I hope y'all are well.
Can't complain.
There you go.
No one would listen.
I know a guy that's so lazy that he blew up his bubble gum with a bicycle pump. That's lazy.
It is lazy, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody said the wood tasted so bad, the guys always carried lunch with them.
There you go.
That's pretty bad, wasn't it?
I've heard worse.
Oh, you have?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
maybe you'll hear worse again.
Okay.
And, of course, the train engineer has a one-track mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He didn't have to eat for several days because he had just come from the dentist and his teeth were all filled.
They're already full, yeah.
Yeah. He owned his own flat, but the tire company pumped it back up. Yeah. There was a song, I believe it was done by James King. When your phone doesn't ring, it'll be me.
I've heard of that one, yep.
Yep. Guess what the tobacco man gave his bride to be? He gave her a smoke ring.
Smoke ring.
Smoke ring, yeah. The train was rolling along, and the conductor asked the lady, "Why are you seated in such an awkward position?"
Right.
She pointed to a sign which said, "Place butts in ashtrays."
There you go.
So that would be an awkward position.
It would be, yes.
Yeah. But anyway, and I say that loosely,
Right.
but anyway.
Yeah. No buts about it.
Yeah. No buts about it. Mildred Atkins was a devout Christian lady, and she'd call me occasionally, and we'd pray together on the telephone.
Mm-hmm.
And she called me one morning around 4:30 at the radio station, and said she was having some throat problems and that she had gone to a specialist the day before in Richmond, and she had to check back in to the Richmond Hospital on the next day after that conversation.
Right.
So she called me. So we prayed together around 4:30 that morning, and she was to be in Richmond and check in at 8 a.m. at the hospital. And about 4 that day, Mildred called me, and she said after we prayed that morning, she left for Richmond. She said she was driving along about a half hour after she started, and she felt a great heat in her throat. And so doctors checked her throat, getting ready to do surgery, but the surgery had already been done. The throat was perfect.
Wow.
So once again, a visit from the great physician.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, isn't it amazing
Yeah.
that God is still doing things like that?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. And that's the reason we like to share these things. Hopefully, everybody will maybe reconsider their thoughts of how big God is and what He will and won't do.
Mm-hmm.
But everything He does gets glory for His name. And He knows beforehand whether He'll get glory or not. And if He knows that He'll not get glory, then maybe He doesn't do the miracle.
Yeah.
But if He knows that you'll glorify His name, then He will go ahead and do these things. And if anybody would like to talk to me about a miracle or have prayer about something, my number is 414-0096. That's 414-0096. And we hope to have a chance to talk with you all tomorrow.
Hope so, Henry. You have a great rest of your day.
Okay, thanks, y'all.
All right, take care.
God bless.
Bless you. Bye. All right, Henry Fulcher checking in with us this morning.
Yeah, the one and only Henry Fulcher calling in to share
Paul
some
Barlow,
stories.
what is our number?
You can reach the Call Flo Morning Show at 434-394-0924. They're ready to believe you.
Sounds more official when he does it.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
official.
Official. Maybe I should have done this instead. And now, did you notice any mishaps yesterday?
I didn't, but apparently you did. Do you know what that was about? And there was a lot of lag on that one.
It was. Did you do that?
Yeah. So, John,
lag.
What did you notice that,
I heard two things going at once, like a train wreck. But
Yeah.
other than that,
it was
I didn't hear anything.
What do you think caused that?
Human error.
Yeah.
Which is usually the case. Yeah. Human error.
Well, how was your Memorial Day? How was your weekend?
Were you done talking about the wedding
Yeah.
thing? Okay.
I have nothing else to add.
Well, it was all right. I mean, I came out here for like a little bit and checked on some things.
Mm-hmm.
Heard a train wreck or two.
Did you cause a train wreck while you were here, or did that happen beforehand?
No.
You didn't make things worse.
I don't
right?
think so, no.
Okay.
Well, it would have gone way over had I not started something at the top of the hour. So I kept things on time, so. Maybe I caused an issue, but I rectified it.
Good.
You know, one hand washes the other.
Sure.
So
All right, so how was your weekend, Jen?
it was good.
What did you do, Jen?
You mean yesterday or?
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, yeah, the weekends.
Spent a lot of time with Mandy.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
and it was good. Yeah. was good. Good time.
You have a good. Did you do anything fun or special?
Other than hang
Take her out to a nice place. Candle.
Yeah,
dinner
candlelit Arby's dinner.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It's not what I was talking about, but it's not at all what I was talking about.
And then Jimmy John's and.
Do you put the light a candle and put it on your dashboard?
I find that a Arby's roast beef sandwich with the cheese and everything, along with a lighted candle.
Are you being serious right
Scented candle is one of the more romantic type meals that you could have with your.
Yeah, tell me what Mandy thinks about that. Probably not.
She loves it. She likes the fries.
Candlelight dinner, Arby's roast beef sandwich. Are you kidding me right now?
Beef and cheddar and a candle.
Yeah.
Those are your main, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Those things all together
Yeah.
equal a great night all.
Hey,
all
let
the
me
way
ask you,
around.
John. Have you ever made dinner with Mandy? Have you ever made
dinner?
Yes, from scratch, a recipe
no.
that you both follow?
That would be a big negative, sir. No.
How come, John? That's when you know it's
could
special.
be that my cooking skills are lacking.
Yeah. Well, you should not. You should not be admitting that. You should be working to fix that, John. That's like me being like, I'm bad at radio on the radio. No, I'm kidding. That's not.
Well, you are.
Well,
it's okay.
John, that's different.
We all have our strengths and weaknesses.
But no, you shouldn't be admitting. Since you're Italian, I'm saying you should not be admitting that you're bad at cooking. That just looks
I have
bad.
Some in me. I'm not full blood.
Okay, well, regardless, don't say you can't. You can cook eggs, right? Do you know how to use it? Like,
I can use a microwave like no one's ever seen.
I'm pretty sure
I can make that happen.
Yeah. Do you know how to use like a spatula and a whisk?
Spatula? Yeah.
A whisk? Do you know how to whisk eggs?
I tend to whisk away, is what I do.
So you don't cook?
No.
Don't even try a little bit. Let me ask you. Don't you think Mandy would appreciate if
I was able to cook, I'm sure she would.
Yeah.
But you just wave a credit card and food magically appears.
Yeah. But there's something to be said, and I'm sure Anthony Bourdain would back me up on this if he was still around. But there's something to be said about a home-cooked meal.
I believe you leave it up to the professionals.
Yeah. The people
whether it's radio
John,
or
sure. Let me tell you, the people in the back of Arby's, they're not professionals. I don't know if you knew that or not. They are not professionals.
Well, they make a good sandwich.
Okay.
That's all I have to say.
All right. Well,
they're back there. They're doing their thing, and
so I'm glad you had that nice candle-lit Arby's dinner, John. Anything else that you did that was so special?
Special.
And look, you put the peanut butter filled pretzels right in the frame of the camera, John. You don't think the camera's going to pick that up?
Is that product placement that I'm not supposed to be doing?
100% product placement for Kirkland's peanut butter filled pretzels.
Kirkland, they're the best.
Yeah.
Kirkland.
All right. Okay.
I'm Captain Kirkland. Are we at the bottom? No, we're not.
We're not even
we got
close.
Plenty of time.
We're not even close, and I'm just So what did you do for Memorial Day, John? How did you celebrate?
I took a flag and ran around. I actually did see that though in Midlothian. I saw a guy walking.
Take a flag.
Well, he was walking with a flag across his shoulder, and if anyone saluted at him, he would salute back. I did see that.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool.
Anything else?
I checked out this
the oddity that you're pulling
yeah,
up now? this oddity you pulled it up yesterday. Weirdly,
Hot Diggity Dog, the Wienermobiles put on a riveting race in the Weenie 500 at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Wow. Now that's hot dogging at its best.
I'm not going to pretend to go along with.
You're not going to pretend?
No, John.
But look at it. Look at the picture. Have you ever been inside of a Weenie Mobile?
No, John.
I have, yes.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. It's got a lot of tech stuff in it. It's an interesting vehicle. Yes, I have. So you didn't watch it, huh?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. So, John, all right. Well, almost to the bottom of the hour, kind of, not really. Phone lines are open, by the way. 434-394-0924 is the number to call into the Call Flo Radio Show. And you can join John Staten in,
The mustard is off the hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the mustard that's like a rough cut? It's like a stone milled mustard where you can actually like see the seeds.
You don't normally see the seeds?
No, John.
No. I don't know. What kind of mustard do you...
I'm talking about the...
Do you use Grey Poupon? What type of mustard do you use?
I'm talking about
Are you a French's type person? Or?
No, I'm saying the opposite of French's. So that the rough cut kind of mustard. There's a name for it. But it's very thick and it's a different flavor, you know?
But no, well, to answer your question, no.
No. Okay.
Now, do you?
Yes. I tried it out yesterday. It was amazing. And I've had it before.
For the first time?
No, I've had it before. But, like, yesterday really cemented my thoughts on the whole issue, you know. You know, French's mustard versus the more coarse, I guess, if you will, mustard.
I'm more of a honey mustard kind of guy. Mm-hmm. That's good stuff right there. I mean, that really... It's only 8:25. Yeah. We haven't even talked about this thing here with the runners trip, stumble, and roll their way to victory in an annual downhill cheese chase. You ever chased your cheese?
No.
Have you ever had your cheese left out in the wind? Have you? It's a German thing.
Mr. Predicto?
Is this show going down the toilet?
The outcome cannot be predicted.
We still have hope. Thank you, Mr. Predicto. It's a German YouTuber tripped, stumble. So it's all YouTube stuff, but in German. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. He was Tom, I don't know what his name is, of Munich, was king of Cooper's Hill in the annual cheese rolling competition. As runners plunged down a 200-yard steep. And there you go. Got some cheese, and I guess you get to be king cheese when you win this thing.
Oh.
Is that how you? Here's a quote. I risked my life for this. It's my cheese, back to back. There you go.
Is that an actual quote?
That's what's listed here. I'm assuming AP knows what they're talking. This is all coming from Associated Press, by the way. Every last bit of it. Did you hear about the Oregon man who quit his job to set sail with his cat? This could be you, Jeffrey. Arrives to cheering fans in Hawaii.
No.
You didn't hear about this. He's got the lays on and all this good stuff, yeah. Oregon man who quit his job at a tire company. I guess that job really blew. And liquidated his retirement savings to set sail for Hawaii with his cat, Phoenix. His cat's name is Phoenix. What do you think of that?
Yeah. It's a name.
Reached his destination Saturday, welcomed by cheering fans at the end of a week-long journey that he documented for his massive followers on social media. And obviously you are not one of them.
No, I mean, I just,
Oliver Widger is his name. He was greeted by Hawaii Governor Josh Green. So this was a big thing.
Yeah.
And you don't seem to be into it at all.
I'm not really biting on this whole, trip to Hawaii thing.
Oh, blue Hawaii.
Yeah.
You're just not feeling it.
No, I'm, not a big Elvis Hawaii movie guy. How many movies did Elvis have that were filmed in Hawaii or surrounded by the beach? The beach, dude.
Right, many. I mean,
yeah.
Fun in
How many?
Acapulco.
So one.
And then of course Blue Hawaii.
Two.
Blue Hawaii. Yeah. Then he did one Clam Bake. I think that's a beach setting
3.
one. Yeah. I don't know. I lose track after a while.
Yeah. Have you seen them all?
Bits and pieces. The only films of his that I ever watched all the way through was like Jailhouse Rock.
So you never seen really all
King
of
Creole. I've seen pretty much most of that.
Never watched his beach movies all the way through.
Not really, no.
In being such an Elvis fan, you would think you would have.
Well, I like Elvis, in his songs and his performances. The movies to me were kind of just these weird little things. They just sort of threw him in a scenario and he played himself, basically.
Mm.
I was never a huge fan of the movies, no.
Yeah.
But I did think his black and white films, the earlier films, were probably the better films he ever did. I saw Love Me Tender at least mostly all the way through. That was like his first one.
Mm. Interesting.
It can be.
Yeah.
You've got 1 minute to add something crucial to the show.
I would have loved to see Elvis play in one of those like Hogan's Heroes-esque situations, you know?
Come on, let's get away here. Come on.
You know,
Come on over here. I found a way we can get out of here. Come on over here.
Yeah. I think that would have been great. That's a
I tell you what, let's get together and go down the hill and chase cheese all day. Let's do that. Limburger. You really have nothing to add to this program today.
It's not that I don't have
I'm
anything to add, John. I know you are.
Yeah,
I know you are.
I'm really trying here.
This is not easy.
What time is it?
What's that? A clock. What does the clock say? Tick, 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 tick. From here.
Yeah.
8:29 and counting.
Yeah. Well, phone lines are open, and they're could be open after we do our business.
They're wide open. I mean, they're wide open. Wide. But it's 8:30 now, so we can pause for the cause here. All right, so we're going to do weather first. Would you like to do the weather? Okay. The weather is being brought to you by Harold W. Collins and Grading, located at 2113 Cumberland Road, Farmville.
Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading has been helping to build Southside and Central Virginia since 1960, providing all excavation, general contracting, and hauling needs. 5 miles north of Farmville, 2113 Cumberland Road, at the intersection of 45 and Range Tavern Road. Call 392-6010 or stop by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading.
Weather time, here we go. And today it's a 90% chance of rain before noon and then showers after noon. So I don't know why we're saying that. Just say it's going to rain today. And calm wind becoming east around 6 miles per hour this morning. Amounts between a quarter and half of an inch possible. Then tonight it's a 80% chance of showers, low around 54, northeast wind, 3 to 6 miles per hour, amounts between 3/4 and 1 inch possible. Wednesday, 80% chance of showers, thunderstorms also possible with a high near 68, northeast wind around 7 miles per hour. Rainfall amounts between a quarter and half of an inch possible. Wednesday night, 30% chance of showers, thunderstorms, a low around 58, light north wind, and amounts less than 1/10 of an inch. Right now in Farmville, we've got cloudy skies, humidity is 90%, winds at 2 miles per hour, and 57 currently here at WFLO AM 870. The weather brought to you by Harold W. Collins and Grading. Call 434-392-6010. The birthday calendar brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors, located at 1907 East 3rd Street, Farmville.
Creative Electrical Contractors specializes in commercial and industrial projects and offers quality work at competitive prices. CEC is a licensed Class A contractor in Virginia and North Carolina. Creative Electrical Contractors has been in business for 25 years, still committed to the values that were established when the company opened in 1998. Integrity, quality workmanship, and timely delivery. CEC, located at 1907 East 3rd Street, Farmville. You can contact CEC at 434-392-3802 or at creative-electrical.com.
And with those birthdays, possible anniversaries, I present to you, he just arrived back into the studio after being on assignment, Noah Massage. Take it away.
Oh, all right, John. Thanks for that, man.
Yeah.
It's great. It's, by the way, not my name.
Not Noah Massage?
No, not even.
Massage?
All right.
Massage.
Birthdays for May 27th.
You're
John.
a masseuse. Okay.
All right. We're going to get into the birthday list now.
All right.
And starting things off, we have Robin Bullock Mas and Mark Bullock. No relation, by the way. Eli Skinner. And, oh boy, John. That's going to be it.
What's with the accent? And
I got no accent. I don't know what you're talking
names?
about. That's all. That's the names. I'm reading the names on the list that was given.
Anything else you would like to add as to like how
That's,
they can get those on?
Yeah, they can call in 434-394-0924. They can also email us at birthdays@wflo.net. And they can go on to our website, wflo.net. And under the on-air mentions page, they can submit birthdays directly, and anniversaries for that matter, directly from our website to us.
Thank you, Sonny Corleone.
Okay.
And you can just give us a shout out. If that's what you want to do.
All right.
All right. The birthday calendar brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors. If it is not right, we will make it right. Call 434-392-2802. And since we're playing this kind of game, I'm going to hit you up with 1703, the founding of St. Petersburg. Have you ever been to St. Petersburg?
Funny that you
Founded this day in 1703.
Yeah.
By Peter the Great, of all people.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the name, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you know Vincent Price was born on this day?
Wow.
Back in 1911. What's your favorite Vincent Price film?
That is a great question.
That's why I
I don't know, John. I'm pulling up a list of his movies right now. I want to say
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He's always yelling, isn't he? He's always he's always being like loud and kind of, I don't know, bombastic, if you will. But I do like Edward Scissorhands.
Mr. Fantastic.
Okay.
What was your favorite film?
I don't know. Edward Scissorhands.
He's in that?
Yeah.
I never seen that. Not
I'm
much
missing
of-
out. He was also in the Ten Commandments, the original Ten Commandments, which was a classic.
Yeah, I'm not a big Johnny Depp kind of guy, so I avoid him like the plague if I can. 1933, Walt Disney released the animated short film The Three Little Pigs, which featured the song Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf?
Yeah.
Highlighting fortitude in the face of adversity. Both the cartoon and the song proved highly popular with Depression-era moviegoers. It was in black and white, 1933. There you go. And there you go. And that is your countdown. So I guess what we're going to have to do now is that celebrity birthday thing that you love to do so much.
I guess we don't have to, but
I'm bringing out the big guns.
You're going to.
Well, if you're going to not help me here, I'm going
Well, I think people should know that they can call in at 434-394-0924. John?
Jen?
What are you,
What am I doing?
yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know. You're typing something out.
I'm just listening to you.
Well, I don't know. I mean, look, if you want to do the celebrity birthdays, that's your prerogative.
You can reach the Call Flo Morning Show at 434-394-0924. They're ready to believe you.
See, it was funny the first time you played it, but now it's just getting old.
Wake the kids, phone the neighbors, come in from the lawn. This is one you won't want to miss.
All right, actor Richard Schiff turns the big 7-0 today.
Wow.
Are you a big fan of Richard Schiff?
Let me ask you, are you a fan of Richard Schiff?
I was wondering, had I ever seen him in anything before? And it says here, his fun fact, played a scientist in the 2013 film Man of Steel, which I remember seeing. That was Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
2013. It was that long ago. Wow. It's been some time ago.
How long ago was that for you, John? 2013.
A long
What do you remember back then?
Seeing Man of Steel.
Yeah.
And then you got actor Paul, is it Bettany? Turns 54. He's going to be returning to the MCU in the upcoming miniseries Vision Quest. He plays the Vision, I bet. That's what it is. That character in the Marvel comics. Who's married to Wanda.
The Juanita.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Wanda.
Wanda.
Yeah. That's a good name.
Are you a big fan of actor Jack McBrayer? He turns 52. He's originally from Macon, Georgia.
Oh.
I don't know who he is. He doesn't look familiar to me. Rapper Andre 3000 turns 50, the big 5-0 today.
Okay.
Were you a big fan of him?
You know, I'm not really. I can't say that I am.
What? Hey, you don't like that sort of stuff?
It's okay.
I'm sorry, I'm a Jackson.
Yeah, I know. Outcast.
For real?
Yeah.
You don't like any of
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
I
It's good,
like the
it's good.
Outcast.
It's good. Well, did you know his middle name is Lauren?
Wow, I did not.
Lauren?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they get younger, and I don't recognize these people. Chris Colfer turns 35. I don't know who that is. I have no clue. Actress, model Lily Rose Depp turns 26. Is this Depp's daughter?
Must be.
Do you think she kind of looks like him a little bit?
I don't have the picture in front of me, so I can't really say.
Well, I saw you look over the screen.
Oh, I was kind of looking outside. Hey, I'll be right back. I ordered a coffee.
He ordered a coffee, and now he has to get his coffee. Well, we will just wait for Mr. Massage to get his. He tried to go to his normal spot to get coffee, and they were not open this morning. And now he's bringing in for those of you without television, he's got a brown bag here, and you DoorDashed coffee? Is that what you did?
Oh, well, John, I was going to stop by a coffee shop this morning, but it turns out they were not open yet. And
They're still taking a vacation, I guess.
Well, maybe.
Memorial Day vacation.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, when I need coffee, boy, do I need it.
We all need it.
Yeah, so I got the works, got the extra shot of espresso in it. Oat milk. I don't know. Are you a dairy guy, John?
No.
Do you drink a lot of dairy?
No.
Do you not like dairy?
It doesn't like me. It doesn't like my stomach.
You have problems?
I on occasion, yeah. I just was never that crazy about milk. I mean, I used to drink it somewhat when I was younger, but actress Lee Merriweather is 90 today.
Wow.
Lee Merriweather was
Merriweather.
a Catwoman.
Wow.
Met Lee Merriweather, by the way.
You did?
I did. Yes.
When?
I was at one of those conventions where you go to meet the stars of yesterday and all that sort of stuff. And
What do you remember what you said to her?
I just said, nice meeting you, and I enjoyed your take on Catwoman. That's about it.
And what did she say?
She said, thank you very much.
Then you walked away?
Walked away.
Wow.
After she signed my, picture.
Yeah.
There you go. She was Catwoman in what they would have called the movie Batman, which would have been basically the TV show. They just extended the length of it and made it into what you would consider maybe a film.
Oh.
And she was she playing Catwoman was the fact that I can't think of the actual woman that was playing Catwoman at the time on the show. She couldn't do the role for some reason. I think she might have had obligations contracted with other things, and so they brought her in just to do that one particular thing. But I thought she did a good job. All right. So then, other than that, you got singer Bruce Cockburn is 80. I don't know who that is, but you got jazz singer. Do you know who Dee Dee Bridgewater is?
Dee Dee Bridgewater. It sounds familiar.
75.
Yeah.
I know you're kind of a jazz enthusiast, so I thought maybe that name would mean something to you. So I'll just keep going down the list here while you suck on coffee. Let's see. Rapper. I'm not going to even go with it. Jadakiss?
What? That's not how you say it.
How do you say it?
Try it again, John.
Jadakiss?
All right. We'll go with that.
50.
Yeah.
How about your TV chef, Jamie Oliver? Are you a big fan of that person?
Big fan,
50.
Jamie Oliver. Yeah.
50 today.
Yeah.
The big 5-0. Who's your favorite TV chef?
Oh, great question. Probably Gordon Ramsay.
I thought you were going to go with that because you've mentioned him before. Mm-hmm. Actor Ben Feldman of Mad Men, 45. I don't remember who he played. Did you watch that show?
I did. Yeah.
You were a fan of it?
Big fan. Yeah.
Who was your favorite character on that show?
Well, it's got to be
Draper.
Yeah, it's got to be Don Draper, right? Yeah.
Okay. I liked Christina Hendricks myself.
Yeah. No, Don Draper was great.
Yep. He could have been a good Superman or Batman.
Maybe.
He could have been.
There's still time. He's still.
I don't think he has any interest whatsoever in doing anything like that. So we mentioned Vincent Price. Christopher Lee, great actor, was born on this day. He played anywhere. He played Dracula at some point. He was even Perry White in one of the Superman films. He was Skeletor in the He-Man film with Dolph Lundgren back in the 80s. I remember being very disappointed in that film as a young person. Yeah. Sam Snead, PGA golfer. You got a little bit of milk mustache, but that's all right. Wild Bill Hickok was born on this day. But his real name is James.
Yeah.
So where did the Bill come from? James Butler Hickok was his actual name.
Yeah.
So where did the Bill come in?
Are you enjoying the celebrity birthdays, John?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'll keep going. Cornelius Vanderbilt, railroad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cornelius. That's a bit.
Vanderbilt.
That would have been a good name for you.
Okay.
Maybe even Don Cornelius. So how's that? Is that a frappe latte or what is that you're drinking there?
Just
Explain to the audience what you're.
It's a shaken espresso, a little dash of milk, a couple of shots of espresso ice mixed together.
It's shaken, not stirred.
Yeah.
Okay.
They shake it, correct?
They shake it.
I like big butts, I cannot lie.
This is going out to Potato.
You other brothers can't deny.
It's not good.
Potato loves this song.
When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist,
You're not the only one that does requests.
and a round thing in your face.
Yeah, I mean, see, I do things for the people too. You make out like you're the only one that does these things, but I do things for the people. 434-394-0924. Do you think people are just on a lag from having that day off, that 3-day weekend?
Maybe. I mean, that could be.
People are sleeping in, calling in, not coming into work.
Mm-hmm.
You think that's what's going on?
I had a scare the other day. It was Monday, and I was in bed, and when I woke up, there was a little part of me that was like, oh, I need to be at work. And then I realized, oh, it's Memorial Day. What am I talking? I can relax, take it easy. Keep it screezy. But I think people might, there might be a little bit of lag.
Yeah.
Going around. Mm-hmm.
Did you know Panda wins the 2025 Palm Dog Award at Cannes?
No.
And a lookalike accepts. A lookalike accepts. They didn't actually have the real panda.
Wow.
Well, what's that all about? And Panda's a dog, by the way. It's called the Palm Dog Contest. But Friday's winner of the annual Cannes Film Festival tradition was a panda. Panda, though, is a sheepdog and stars in the movie The Love That Remains. Have you seen this?
No.
You have not.
No.
What's the last movie you've actually gone to or
To the
went
theater to
Yeah,
see? Sinners.
Yeah. Sinners?
Mm-hmm.
And who was in that?
I can't think of any of the actors' names, but it just came out.
It just came out. You just saw it, and you don't remember who's in it?
Well, it's actors that I don't really follow like a whole lot. I could tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
Ryan Coogler directed it, but as far as Michael B. Jordan started in it, and Haley Steinfeld, many others. But Michael B. Jordan might be the most recognizable name from that project.
Well, I'm sad to announce that Duck Dynasty patriarch and
I saw that yesterday.
I didn't see this. Yeah, conservative culture icon Phil Robertson has passed away. I watched the show a little bit. I wasn't as into it as some people, but I'm sorry to hear that. Phil Robertson. I just saw that. So you saw this yesterday? He was 79. Died Sunday, according to his family. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. He was a funny guy. There was a scene where he was driving with one of the grandkids or something, and the grandkid said along the lines, "You just went past that stop sign or speed limit sign and or whatever," and he looked back at them and went, "That's just a suggestion." I thought that was kind of funny. Snappy comeback.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Breaking the law. Yeah.
No, I didn't watch that show, but in retrospect,
You wouldn't strike me as someone who watched that show, but go ahead.
it was probably the most 2014 thing. Like, imagine that show today, like happening today.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to picture that, but like
Not
2013, 2014. I guess there was just something in the air for that show to have worked so well, you know. Do you think that show would have worked today in today's culture, John?
Nothing that makes any sense would work today.
Well, that
'Cause
show
today doesn't really make sense.
Yeah. I don't think that show made a whole lot of sense.
Oh, it made sense.
Why are we following these people?
Why do we follow any of these people that
Yeah.
are on these reality shows? I guess I don't get that in general.
Well,
not a big fan of that type of format, but
interesting.
But other people are.
Yeah.
I think people watch stuff like that so they feel normal. They feel better about themselves.
So you don't watch any of the Kardashian shows?
No, I can't do it.
No.
Sorry. Is that still on?
Actually, I have no idea. I don't follow it either. But
I think you have a collection at home.
You know, there might be one around.
Who's your favorite, Chloe?
I don't know any of the names.
come on.
I didn't know Chloe was a name of part of the. So there you go.
I think they all were like Kim, Chloe,
I know Kim. Yeah.
Clover. All of them.
Yeah. Well, you know. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, you know Kim, do you?
No. Yeah.
Well, let's hear about that. Kim must be your favorite.
They're all fine, normal people. There's nothing wrong with them. You know, they're very, very normal. No, I'm kidding. John, I don't know. What's your plan for this weekend?
To circumnavigate Martha's
Yes.
Vineyard ahead of Jaws' 50th anniversary. This swimmer actually did it.
Okay.
Louis Pugh. P-U-G-H. He actually did that. A British South American endurance athlete became the first person to swim around the island of Martha's Vineyard on Monday, completing a 60-mile trek over multiple days to raise awareness about the plight of sharks as the film Jaws nears its 50th birthday. So who are they blaming? The guy with the glasses that shot him at the end?
I mean, if I had to guess, that might be
I mean,
an option.
Lewis, by the way, Pugh is 55
Oh,
and swam that much.
wow.
6 miles, I'm sure that's no... and then that type of water, it's not like in a pool where it's controlled. I mean, you got the current.
wide open, yeah.
All that good stuff, yeah.
John, what's that phone number again? Again?
What phone number? Oh, this number, 434-394-0924. 434-394-0924.
Yeah, that's a good number.
434... No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. All right, John. So, do you have any plans for the weekend?
I do. I don't know what they are, though. No, I do actually. Yeah, someone's birthday is coming up.
Oh, good for you.
Not my birthday, but someone's.
Okay. Man, somebody's like stomping around upstairs. I can hear it through the headphones.
I think it's like a
Sounds like
judo class or something up there.
It sounds like somebody's
A lot of
dropping
tumbling.
like cannonballs on the floor. Like,
You can reach the Call Flo Morning Show
You can.
at 434-394-0924. They're ready to believe you.
Now, when you were a little boy, what was it you wanted to be?
Do you mind telling me what you do want to do?
Well, sir, someday I'd like to be a dentist.
A dentist?
Which would work well for you because that's what your better half sort of does, right? She's in the dental industry.
yeah, well, dentist and hygienist, very different, John. Very,
But they
very
work
different.
together in a cohesive manner. Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you got that, and then you got this. And...
So now you're just playing random sound effects, right?
Well, I'm
That's
waiting
the-
for you to chime in.
Okay, well, John, what do you want to talk about?
It's not so much what I want to talk about, it's what Clint Eastwood wants to talk about.
This is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world.
Exactly.
And it could blow your head clean off.
Do you feel lucky?
Do you feel lucky?
I mean, do you? There you go.
Yeah. All right. Wow.
What was your favorite Dirty Harry film?
I love the one with the school bus. I think that was
That's the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who plays the
Zodiac Killer or whatever they called him.
Insane, great actor. He was in an episode of Kojak I was watching
and
recently.
every time I see him in anything, all I can think of is him in that Dirty Harry film.
Just like,
I can't accept him as anything
scaring
else.
a bunch of school children in a bus. Yeah. That was a great episode. That was a great movie, I should say.
Yeah.
Great movie. The one I watched up until like Final Impact what is it? Double Impact?
Final Impact. Sudden. Yeah,
Sudden Impact.
Sudden Impact.
Is that the fourth one?
That would have been the one from 80-something, 84, roughly, something like that. That would have been the next to the last one.
Mm-hmm.
He did one more after that.
Exactly. I didn't watch that last one.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Did watch. I saw all of them. Not in the movie theater, obviously, but Deadpool would have been, by the time that came out, I would have seen that in the movie theater. I might have still been a little too young to have seen.
And they kind of watered that series down. Like it started off with like kind of like how RoboCop. Like the first one was a hard R, and then slowly started turning PG-13.
Well,
Isn't that what happened with Dirty Harry? The last one was like very like light kind of.
Maybe to a degree, but I think what happens is, and it's typical of it was back then. Hollywood method was. Okay, this movie did well, but I bet if we lighten it up and make it so that kids can come see it with their parents and blah, blah, that means more revenue, bigger audience, more money, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's why those things happen. I mean, I don't know, but that's just a shot in the dark.
And then you have, well, this would be around your generation, John, the original Nintendo Entertainment System.
Mm-hmm.
They would make, like, games about the movies. Like RoboCop was a game.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, these are movies that no kid should have seen.
And yet I did.
Okay, you've seen, like, when did you watch the original RoboCop, John? When you were 7? 9?
I gotta remember when that movie came out. Was it like 87?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that?
Yeah.
I'd have been like 11. Something like that. I saw that stuff like on, because we had a satellite dish, so it was like one of those movie channels that was showing it. And I remember seeing it. And you were talking about seeing somebody like the guy from the Clint Eastwood film, and then you see him in other things, and you can't get it out of your mind. Same thing with me with RoboCop. The guy that plays Clarence Vonnegut, whatever his name is.
That 70s show.
Yes, when that show came on, I could not see him as anything other than
Smith.
Clarence Vonnegut or whatever his name is in RoboCop. I was just like, no, that's the bad guy in RoboCop.
Yeah.
Red or whatever.
Fred Foreman.
Yeah, Fred Foreman, Yeah. Played a great bad guy in RoboCop. Look at you eyeing the time.
Yeah.
Look at you. RoboCop 1, you're right, though, is the best one.
Yeah. Well, my thing is just like, I don't know. I did not work at Nintendo during the years in the 90s.
When did you work for Nintendo?
Well, that's confidential, John.
Okay.
I signed the papers.
Well, you're making it like, well, I didn't work there then. But...
Yeah. Well, I want to keep it, serious. But, like, my thing is, look, here you go. Why would they make movies... or like turn movies into video games for children who have probably not seen these films? Why?
For the money.
Yeah.
For the money.
But it doesn't make sense though, right? Like I don't know, maybe there's a reason.
Oh, it's just like anything else. I mean, it's like the second Batman film with Michael Keaton, Batman Returns. That one, the first one did so well, the movie, Warner Brothers allowed Tim Burton to kind of have a little more say in that second film, and he went with a very weird kind of vibe and kind of a more violent kind of vibe, and yet they tried to sell those toys through, I guess it was McDonald's or somebody like that, and that was a backlash because once the parents saw the movie, they were like, why are you selling these toys to that kind of movie to our kids, blah, blah. But that's always been a thing. They'll always take something and saturate it, like you were kind of hinting at. I mean, I remember movies, like there was a movie, now there's like, they tried to do it on MTV and they changed it. They kept the title, but they changed all. Teen Wolf. It was a movie with Michael J. Fox. It's actually filmed before Back to the Future. And it was so bad they sort of shelved it. But when Back to the Future came out, that was such a huge hit. The movie company that made that Teen Wolf movie was like, wait a minute, we can cash in on it, and they released it. I'm getting to the point here. So that movie, is released, and what do? They make a Saturday cartoon out of it. Mm-hmm. That sort of thing. So that kind of falls in line with what you're saying. Ghostbusters, same thing.
Making money, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're going to squeeze every dime out of this thing. That's why they keep rehashing the same stuff. Mm. We'll wait 10 years. Now they don't even do that. And we'll wait roughly 10 years and bring it back and resell it.
Yeah. They rebrand a movie that came out like 2 years ago as like something came out like 20 years ago. And they're like, here we go. Here's a new version of this movie you just watched.
Brand new version.
Yeah. Hollywood, in their disgusting use of IPs, is really incredible. It's really, I don't know. What happened to original ideas, John?
Well, let's make an argument that maybe there wasn't really. I mean, some original ideas would filter through, but you think about it, they've been remaking old movies, all through time.
I think there's a difference between remakes. I know Alfred Hitchcock remade one of his movies, The Man Who what is that one called? The Man Who Knew Too Much. There's a 1934 version, and then there's like a 1940s or maybe even 50s version. And his whole thing was back in the 30s. I don't know if it was he didn't either have the budget to make it how he wanted it in his head, and or there was limitations with the filming and whatever they were doing back then. So I think there's a good reason to remake films, but when you make 20 Superman movies in a row and 20 Marvel movies and 20
well, my thing is make as many of these movies you want, but change them up. Falling in the line of we got to make an origin film each and every time, and
prequel, sequel,
whatever. Just be different, But the days of something intriguing and different are definitely gone.
It's not gone, but it's
maybe
not.
I'm just not seeing
it's not. It's not Hollywood.
Yeah,
it's not Hollywood. It's all right, John. Well, we're done. We're at the bottom of the hour. We gotta go.
no. Sorry.
All right, so
well, have a great day.